Diba? So, sino-sino yung mga hindi nagko-comply?
We can provide you po with a list.
But sino, para malaman natin. Diba?
Sige po, wait.
Kasi para pagdating ng who regulates them, NTC yan eh. Diba? So pagdating ng NTC budget, we can flag them already. Just give me a few. Kasi that's the whole point of creating NCCT is to make sure that there is a pipeline for the content. Diba? Yan yung pipeline nyo eh. So, but if this is not being complied, then it defeats the purpose of creating NCCT. Sige, mamaya, hanapin mo muna yon.
Yes.
And then under aral program, meron ring responsibility ang NCCT. Diba? Under RA 12028, the NCCT is mandated to allot a portion of the 15% of the daily total airtime of each network for supplemental tutoring video materials. So, next year yata, i-massive na yung rollout ng aral. So, I just want to flag you that there is such a provision in the aral law. So, in 15%, itirain a portion of that for tutoring programs. Kasi DepEd will be hiring close to 500,000 tutors eh. So, dapat masabayan natin yung tutoring program na yun. So, i-program nyo na yan for next year. Yeah. Alam niyo ba ito? Akala ko hindi mo alam.
Yes po. Kasama po kami dun sa development.
Okay. Ano pa ba? Okay. Ito, is another issue on mandates. Yung content, alam naman natin lahat, alam ni Dr. Jeannie to, ang bata ngayon hindi nanonood ng TV. Alam niyo naman yan. Every time gumababa ako sa Valenzuela sa mga constituents, ang bukang bibig nila, YouTube. Diba? YouTube ang bukang bibig nila. And I know you don't have any reach on YouTube. That's beyond your mandate. But I think I brought this up na a long time ago. But don't we need to look at that angle in digitalization or digital angle? Because realistically, wala na nanonood ng TV. Mga bata, YouTube na talaga ang pinapanood nila. Even social media. So do you have any efforts in that production of child content, child-friendly content? Do you have any efforts of delivering it through the digital platforms?
Good afternoon, Senator.
Be realistic. This question should be asked kasi TV, I believe TV will be obsolete.
Opo nga eh. In reality talaga, Senator, children are growing online. Ang laki po talaga. And kahit 95% ng household have television sets, mas digital ng orientation ng mga kids. They prefer watching on TikTok, YouTube, and Netflix. And in fact, only 32% are watching television. And ang sabi nung marami dun sa mga research namin, kasi daw mas entertaining yung content sa social media, sa TikTok kaysa sa TV, mga ganyan. And dahil sa YouTube daw o sa ibang platforms, nanonood sila, no? Mas makikita rin daw yung napapanood sa TV dito sa mga platform na to. And so we're now in the process of, amending the agency, from the National Council for Children's TV to National Council for Children's Media to expand our reach. And hopefully,
that depends sa amendment.
Meron na po kaming i-final na amendment.
Yeah, you have to do it soon. Baka madamay kayo sa government optimization law. Kasi TV is really obsolete eh. No? So if you don't amend your charter to contain
More
the other forms of media, then NCCT will be obsolete. So dapat paspasan niyo yung amendment ng inyong charter. But you also have to think about this carefully because we generate content, but can we mandate YouTube to show it? Can we mandate Facebook to show it? Mahirap yata yun. I don't think we can do that, no? Unless there's a legal way of doing it. So you have to think about that as well. No? We can generate the
Fairness.
content, but how do we deliver it to our constituents?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Sa ang mga urban areas, it's more of digital na rin ang orientation. But sa mga provinces, yung mga barrio, mga isla, it's more of TV pa din sa kanila. Konti pa yung Wi-Fi nila hindi masyadong accessible.
Yeah.
But yes, we're considering yung i-expand yung reach namin.
Yeah, but it's a matter of time. Those areas will also have access. May Starlink na ngayon eh.
Mm.
And DepEd is really pushing very hard to deliver internet to our schools.
Mhm.
No?
Yes.
So those schools will now have the capability of streaming content on a real-time basis.
Mhm.
So you have to think of your future and NCCT because ngayon pinag-uusapan na yung optimization bill. In fact, we're pushing that to streamline government. And if NCCT will not catch up with its mandate, it might become obsolete as well. No? So that's you have to think about that. For now, baka pwede pa. But I think the time is ticking against NCCT. No? Yeah. Can you use the mic? Yeah.
Former Representative Christopher De Venecia, parang he filed the House bill already for the amendment of the NCCT to NCCA. We have the draft na of the amendment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And siguro we can ask support from Senate or from to support us, no? And the other
Yeah.
government agencies.
Okay. But in the meantime, I think we added a new mandate to NCCT, yung aral nga. In the meantime,
Aral.
we'll roll that out. But we want to bring to the table and flag the department to think about the future of television
Yes.
or the
Right.
future of media,
Mm-mm.
for that matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it for me. So, there being no further questions, the budget of the National Council for Children's Television is now deemed submitted for the plenary's consideration, subject to the discussion and the submission of documents requested. Pakisubmit nilang yung mga hindi ko nagko-comply, ha?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Next will be Nas. Galing pa yata kayong Clark, no? ED Joy.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the Honorable Chair for visiting us and gracing our 5th founding anniversary. Since most of my colleagues here have mentioned about a brief introduction of their agency, so allow me to give a brief information of what NAS is. So in 2020, the Philippine Congress passed RA 11470, which formally established the National Academy of Sports. And this law has provided the legal framework for the Academy, ensuring that it receives the necessary support to carry out its programs and initiatives. And with regards to our vision and mission, the NAS envisions that it envisions itself as the premier institution that develops athletes with potentials and capable of excelling both in sports and academics. By forming well-rounded individuals, NAS aims to produce competitive athletes who can compete on the world stage and at the same time be college ready. NAS mission is to provide world-class training facilities, education and development programs to student athletes, allowing them to reach their highest potential. And the mission also emphasizes the importance of creating a sustainable sports culture in the Philippines by exploring various career paths in sports. So, to start with our budget historical performance, Mr. Chair, the overall spending trend, we have seen a steady increase in both obligation and disbursement rates from 2022 to 2025. However, the agency has a 55.187 million decrease from 2025 GAA to the 2026 NEP, reflecting the agency's absorptive capacity hold on, sorry. From the previous years. For the calendar year 2022, low current obligation rate of 20%, but a very high disbursement rate of 94%, showing efficient use of obligated funds. In 2023, we have a continued high disbursement rate of 99% for current funds, and a significant jump in both obligation and disbursement for continuing funds, indicating better utilization of carryover appropriations. For year 2024, Mr. Chair, this marked improvement with a current obligation rate of 38% and a near perfect talaga, Mr. Chair, right? Sorry, kasi nahahappy lang ako sa mga sa aming improvements. 99%. Continuing funds also depicted performance with a 99% obligation rate and an 80% disbursement rate. For this year, as of June 30, Mr. Chair, we have a strong start with a 46% current obligation rate, although the disbursement rate is currently at 73%. We are actively working to disburse the remaining funds for the year, since most of our activities has been reflected in the last quarter. So procurements for the period of July to September are not yet reflected, such as meals, medicine, and other land improvement outlay. So our financial performance has consistently improved, with obligations and disbursements becoming more efficient each year, and this reflects our commitment to prudent and timely spending. As I would like the committee to know that we only started our face-to-face operation last year, kaya po medyo nag-i-improve talaga. It really shows a lot of improvement in our disbursement and obligation funds. As compared to how we started during the pandemic, talagang napakakawawa po yung aming BUR na nasa 20% lang po. Kaya kanina medyo magandang aking description. So, kidding aside, Mr. Chair, next slide, please. So these are our major deliverables and outcome indicators. So all of our student athletes, 226, have met the learning standards for school year 2024 to 2025, and 188 out of 226 student athletes pursued in NAS in the following school year. Although 38 students transferred to other schools, and majority of these SAs, dahil nga magaling ang aming mga estudyante, yan, no? Are recruited by UAAP schools. So the percentage of our student athletes qualifying international or national competitions, well, it's really close to 100% kasi most of them are qualified for both national and international sports competitions. And just to give you the breakdown, so 47 of our athletes were qualified for international sports competition, and 79% for national events and for all active sports of NAS. Now, for our output indicator, the number of programs implemented are completed. The following programs are curriculum development. Output are as follows. So we were able to do our curriculum shaping paper, curriculum framework, and curriculum guides, and the NAS admissions program known as the NASAN SAS, our student support program, which includes nutrition support, the residences, health and medical services, capacity building programs for athletic well-being and counseling support, and lastly, our sports development program with its framework has been completed. And the number of students trained, 226 student athletes have been admitted through the NASAN SAS program and have been trained for school year 2024 to 2025. The number of campus facilities certified to international standards, this is yet to be, recalibrated, Mr. Chair, kasi nga yung dalawang international certifying agencies, namely the World Aquatics, or previously known as the FINA, and the World Athletics, previously known as the IAAF, only competitions facilities are allowed to be certified for international standards. Thus, our training facilities are not included.